People of the planet Earth, welcome back to the Poke Historian. I am your host, Maddox. You're watching the Card Art Gallery. Tonight, we're going to look at EX Sandstorm before I drift off to sleep. The more I look at this set, y'all, the more I'm really liking it. This set has a great cohesive theme of the desert, some really cool artworks that kind of remind me of the stuff we saw in the earlier E-Series sets such as Aquapolis and Skyridge. So I thought it'd be fun just to go through it and see what we think. Came out on September 17th, 2003. Such a long time ago. When this set came out, I was officially not doing Pokemon anymore, so let's see what I missed out on. Alright, first off here we got the Armaldo by Arita. This was one of the new fossil Pokemon from Ruby and Sapphire. Pretty cool design. Not a bad holo. We got old Cacturn here by Nishida. Pretty underrated Pokemon. Dark type and grass type, that Cacturn, so definitely got an interesting typing in the games. Then Cradily here. Another one of the fossil Pokemon. And by the way, you found these fossils in the desert, so that's why they're featured in this set. Never really cared for Cradily that much, but I have to say that Harada really drew Cradily very well here. So, can appreciate that. We got Dusclops, one of the new ghost Pokemon from Ruby and Sapphire, Harada. Looks like it's hanging out by some sort of stone structure there in the background. Pretty cool. We've got a really nice Flareon here by Harada. Really like the way its tail is drawn here. Looks very majestic. Hanging out in the desert. Flareon doesn't get enough love these days. Here we got a Jolteon by Nishida. Kind of strange looking. Jolteon here to me reminds me of like a shaggy dog or something. But still goes along with the desert theming, as you can see. And just because I don't like it doesn't mean you won't like it. And here we got a really funny Ludicolo card here, dancing around. Pretty funny. And then you got its pre-evolutions there in the background. You got Lombre and Lotad. Kamiya artwork, of course. Still would like to get that one someday. You got Lunatone here by Kusajima. If y'all want to check out a really good Pokemon artist, Kusajima is the person. Like, their artwork is phenomenal. They've done some really cool stuff over the years. You got Mawile here by Arita. Just standing in the desert. On this Sableye here, I love this card. I actually have this one. Just hanging out in this crystal mine cave. So cool. I tell you what, this card definitely pops in person. We got Seviper here. Battling it out with Zangoose there in the background. Very cool artwork by Kusajima. It's kind of hard to make out if that actually is Zangoose in the background, but I'm pretty sure it is. Because those two, of course, have a rivalry in the games where they're always fighting. We got Shiftry here by Nishida. Always kind of a creepy type of Pokemon. I'm not exactly sure what Shiftry is supposed to be. I thought it was maybe supposed to be a monkey or some sort of like forest spirit. I don't really know, but definitely one of the more interesting looking Pokemon, I'd say. Got a little Solrock here by Kusajima. Nice orange background on it. Looks nice. Here we got Zangoose by Hamino. That is a mean looking mongoose, huh? Like, it almost like with like the red going over its eye, it almost makes it look like it's like a scar or something. It's like, it's battle hardened, if you will. That's how it looks. Would not mess with that Pokemon. We got a really beautiful looking Arcanine here by Kusajima. See what I'm saying about Kusajima, y'all? Like, Kusajima, man, they've done some incredible stuff. This looks like an old like Japanese painting or something. Gorgeous card. Should have been a holo. Here we got Espeon here looking all sassy. Actually, maybe it's not looking sassy. Is it like in the middle of a sandstorm and like that's blowing its fur? Maybe that's what's going on here. Not really sure. It's one of the two. Look at this Golduck by Kusajima. That's sick too. Very nice. Kecleon by Hamino. I always thought this Pokemon was very well designed. When I think of Gen 3 Pokemon, this is definitely one of the ones that comes to mind. This is like one of the first Pokemon they showed off when they were teasing Gen 3. Looks like it's very thirsty hanging out in the desert with that tongue hanging out. Needs some water. We got Omastar here by Koki Saito. Looks like it's in some sort of swamp or something here. Probably not the desert we've been seeing, but maybe it's a small oasis it's hanging out in or something. I don't know. Here we got Pichu hiding out from an electrical storm. Kimura artwork. Definitely an underrated Pichu card. And we got Sandslash. A perfect Pokemon for Sandstorm. Looks like it's doing some training there, breaking some rocks. Seems like there's a lot of cards of Pokemon breaking rocks. Here we got Shiftry again, just with a standard Sugimori artwork. Nothing special there. Here we got a Steelix. Looks like it's in some sort of underground cave or something. And it looks like it's like suspended in midair. Like, what's up with that? Can Steelix fly around? Am I missing something? Harada artwork. Whatever the case, it's definitely a cool card. We got Umbreon here. Hamino. Used to have this one for a while and then I sold it. Hanging out in the old desert just like so many other Pokemon. And we got this really derpy looking Vaporeon here by Kusajima. Looks like it's hanging out like on a little pond or maybe some sort of small lake. But it also still kind of looks like it's in the desert though. It looks like you got some kind of deserty mountains there in the background, and it almost looks like there might be a little bit of sand up in the sky. I don't know. Pretty cool though. Here we got old Wobbuffet by Nishida. I don't know what the heck it's doing. But then again, I really never know what Wobbuffet's doing. Pokemon's like an enigma. I got Anorith here. Crawling out of the Oasis. Arita artwork. Anorith again, Sugimori. Oh, look at this Arbok by Harada. That thing looks nasty. Oh, would not want to pick a fight with that snake. God, that thing looks vicious there. Ugh. Snakes creep me out, y'all. Got Azumarill here. Wandering through the desert. It looks like it found a little oasis. But it's not quite sure if it wants to jump in the water. I don't know why. You think it'd love to do that since it's a water Pokemon. Got Azurill here. On the lookout with its buddy. It's probably tough to be a baby Pokemon out there in the world. Got Baltoy here, hanging out in this desert cave. Harada. Got Breloom here. I have this one. Nishida. Actually doesn't really look like it fits with this set that well. Delcatty here, chilling in the desert. See what I'm saying though? Like, this set definitely has a theme going for it. And I guess it really comes down to whether or not you like deserts. If you don't like deserts, you probably won't like this set. But if you think they're cool or you're okay with them, you'll probably like this set just fine. Pretty cool Electabuzz out there in the desert. Got Elekid. Looking pretty confident there. Running around in some desert ruins. Got Firo here by Kasube. Got Elumais. This is a really cool artwork by Umamoto. Another one of my favorite artists. They do really, really good stuff as well. Definitely check out the Arcanine from Aquapolis. That's one of my favorites. Pretty neat. Here we got Kabuto by Nishida. Swamming around. Curlia. Looking pretty happy. Looks like it's dancing on some leaves or something in a jungle. Got Lairon. That's definitely Nishida. Pretty cool evolution line. Lileep by Harada. Very well drawn. Got another Lileep. Sugimori. We got Lanoon here just racing across the desert by Arita. Little ferret. Got a very sad looking Lombre here. What's this all about? What's wrong, amigo? It's like he's looking at the pond there. It's like, if you want to get in the pond, man. Maybe somebody broke his heart. I don't know. Here's another Lombre by Arita. Looks like this one's going for a swim. And we got Murkrow here, flying through the desert. That's kind of a cool pose right there. Don't see too many back shots of Murkrow like that, I feel like. God, look at those talons. Nuzleaf, doing some training. Another Nuzleaf by Sugimori. Pelipper. Everyone's favorite pelican Pokemon. God, it's got a big beak, doesn't it? Here we got Quilava, looking up at the sky. Got Vigoroth here, Sugimori. Got Volbeat, also by Umamoto, but definitely not as cool as the Illumise. That one's definitely cooler than this one. And we got Why Not here in the desert by Himino. Got some nice cactuses. And we got Xatu here, reading the winds out on the cliff. Got Aaron here, chilling out. Nothing wrong with taking a little break, huh? Cacnea. Nice Nishida artwork. I like this one, though. Looks like it's doing laundry. Harada. Man, look at the fire coming out of that Cyndaquil. Don't mess with this Pokemon, folks. It may be small and cute, but man, it'll burn down your house. Kimura artwork. And we got a Dunsparce here. Got a real close-up on Dunsparce. Very cool Duskull card here. Hanging out in the desert ruins. I like that one a lot. Yeah, it's in the cards I want section. For good reason. Here's another Duskull by Kasube. That one's kind of cool too in its own way. We got Eevee here. Looking very determined and spunky. Ekans. Hanging out on an old tree root or something. I kind of forgot that Ekans had like rattles on its tail like that. We got a nice Growlithe here, just hanging out on a table, having a tea party. Seems like a pretty chill way to spend a day. Got Lotad here, hanging out in the Oasis, looking very happy. A lot happier than Lombre, put it that way. Oh, but I guess that happiness didn't last too long. God, looks really defeated here. Go get some water, buddy. You can't live like that. You got Meryl here, having a really good swim. Picked up this card at Collecticon. Love that artwork. And we got Natu here, and you can see some Zatus in the background. I never noticed that before. Pretty cool. Omanite here, hanging out in the primal jungle. Onyx, slithering through the desert. Would not want to see that thing coming at you if you were just going for a casual stroll out there. Be scary as frick. Pikachu, admiring the desert from a distance, contemplating its existence. And we got a really defeated looking Psyduck. God, what happened there? Got a nice route here by Kusajima. Look at that artwork. That is gorgeous. Got Sandshrew here, hanging out in the ruins. Seedot by Nishida, just chilling out. Another Seedot by Sugimori. Got Shroomish. Kind of a funny little Pokemon. Look at these skitties just having the time of their lives out there in the desert at night. Party time. Hamino. Slackoth. Taking a little nap there, just hanging out, chilling. Spearow by Kasube. Trapinch. Looking up at the night sky. What is this around it supposed to be? That's supposed to be like desert winds or something, or is it? I think it's actually inside of a hole maybe, and like that's like the hole it dug around it. So like that's like a sand. It's like a sand trap or something, sort of, right? I don't know. Got a Whalmer. This definitely doesn't go with the set. Wingull here. This is a really nice Wingull card. Picked this one up recently. Amino. Got Zigzagoon here. Found some nice vegetation out in the desert. Getting a little shade. Now we're at the trainers. Double full heal. Lynette's Net Search. So that's what she looks like. Rare Candy. Got Wally's Training. Not this again. So I'm running into the thing where it's not letting me click on the cards. It always happens near the end. What's up with that? There we go. Okay. Claw Fossil, HP 40. Mysterious Fossil, HP 10. Root Fossil, HP 40. Here we have a multi-energy. Do like the colors on that. Now we got the EX cards. Aerodactyl EX, not bad. Aggron EX. Very tough looking Pokemon. Gardevoir EX. I feel like this has got to be a pretty popular card. This looks nice. Nice colors on that one. Kabutops EX. One's okay. Raichu EX. I've seen this one a few times. I think this card's pretty popular. Typhlosion EX. Not the best artwork for Typhlosion, I would say. Just kind of a weird angle there. Old Whale Lord EX. My brother's got this one. It's a nice card. And that's it for Sandstorm, y'all. What'd you think? Pretty cool, right? It's not the best set ever, but there's definitely some cool artworks in here. Like the Flareon. Gotta like the Ludicolo. Oh, the Sableye is sick. The Seviper doing the battling. I mean, all kinds of good stuff in here. The Derpy Vaporeon. I mean, I could go on and on. I mean, there's really just a lot of artworks in this set that I enjoy. Anyways, we'll cut it off there. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Let me know your favorite cards down in the comments. Hit the notification bell so you can see more videos like this. And I'll see you in my next one. Have a wonderful evening.